Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing our longer readings for the month of August for my Leos. Hello, my Leos. How are you? I hope all is well. Well, this is the longer reading, so I use 3 decks of cards. My first is my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. They give us the main message. Then I follow with my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. That kind of fills in those gaps. And then I finish up with my Osha Zen Tarot cards for any kind of words of advice. Now, all 3 decks I have prayed, meditated, and infused with Reiki energy, but please remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. So I'm going to insert a small little snippet about August. It's a lot smaller than the July one. Energies will be a little bit calmer. It is 5 minutes and 30 seconds, starting now. So let's talk about August. Thank goodness we have August. July's energy was just all over the place. Eclipses, solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, Mercury retrograde, all these other planets retrograde. August will be almost like a vacation. It will be calmer. And the neat thing about this is that we are in Leo season now, the first beginning of August till the 23rd when we transition to Virgo season. And because of the way the planetary alignment is, because this is one of the more powerful astrological years, this is going to be about clarity. This is going to be about honesty. This is going to be about fulfilling destiny. This is going to be about, no shadows, no shadows. Anything's possible. Honesty, okay? If you're going to lie, let me give you fair warning. If you're going to lie about something, it's going to be revealed. Because remember all of that activity in July and what I talked about with the longer readings in July? This energy will go through December when the next eclipse is here. It is going to be about honesty and revealing what was hidden. So do not, try to stay on the straight and narrow. Okay, not even little tiny fibs. Now, couple of things. The new moon, I'm going to look at my notes. The new moon, July 31st through August 1st. Now, it's interesting because this brings the second new moon in July, but it also is the first new moon for August because the next new moon, now that new moon is in Leo, the next new moon will be in Virgo, and that's August 30th. So we also have our planets. Some are still going to be retrograde, but Mercury goes direct July 31st through, goes direct and transitions July 31st to August 1st. There's still going to be that 2-week shadow period when all, retrogrades. It gives a little bit of time to stabilize that energy and to get them where they started from. So that will bring us up to that August 14th, 15th, when the full moon is here, and that will be in Aquarius. Aquarius is about dreaming and dreaming big. Now, with this Leo energy and Aquarius being the mirror to Leo, and this Leo energy is going to be also about honesty. It's also going to be about being the person you're meant to be. It's going to be about, no shadows, anything it's possible. It's going to be a very positive energy, but more so with that energy will be more from the 15th until the 23rd, okay? Once that shadow of Mercury is completely lifted. Couple of other planets, though, you want to be aware of is Jupiter goes direct August 11th. Jupiter is a very strong, powerful planet. It's also a playful planet, too. Then we have, these planets are all retrograde all through August. That's Chiron, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto. All of them are retrograde. They're very shadowy planets. So they're revisiting the shadows. They're revisiting the secrets. They're going to be pulling things up. Now, we go to into Virgo, August 23rd. And Virgo then, all the things that were happening in the beginning of August, the things that were being put into place, the positive moves, all of that good energy becomes more put into a more stable environment. So it's like, there might be this change, especially like I said, through the, like that 15th through the 23rd, but it's like good positive things. You're figuring out what you want to be, who you want to be, what do I want to be when I grow up? And then once that kind of gets put into place, it's kind of like a puzzle. You're getting all those pieces put together, and it's a very true and honest puzzle. Then Virgo comes and it solidifies. It puts like that plastic over the puzzle, and it makes that puzzle a more stable piece. Okay? And it's also, now this is something, and I'm going to post the article on my Facebook page, but I really love this. This is about all, again, I talked to you about it in July, but this is again about karma. This is about karma. This is about, liars being revealed. I want to say liar, liar, pants are on fire. But this is about karma. So this month is going to be, I feel, a very positive month for our viewers because, we try to be on the straight and narrow, but I feel it's going to be a much easier month to navigate through. Okay? Okay. So now on to your reading. Bye-bye. So let's see what's going to happen for our Leos in August. Lots of interesting information. This should be a really good month for you, my Leos. This should be clarity. This should be things coming to you, especially around that full moon. Go out there and ask. Remember, from, the full moon to the new moon is the waning period, and that's when you release things. The new moon to the full moon is the waxing period, and that's when you request things. And of course, the full moon is when you release, relinquish, and request. So, that's release what holds you back, relinquish what doesn't serve you, and request the good stuff in life. But this should really, especially from that 15th through the 23rd, things should gel together for you. So if you've been looking for that job, this is that time. This is that time. Okay, card wants to come out. Didn't want to necessarily jump. So let's go ahead. Okay, another card wanted to come out. Let's go ahead and cut for that third card. This is, again, my Rattly Valentine Angel Tarot cards. It's the one I generally use. And let's see what we have going on. Now, all three of these cards are reversed, so it's a strong message for you. Let's see. First card, Page of Water. So this is going to be kind of an emotional time, a sensitive time for you. This is going to be kind of that, might be contemplative time too. Water, of course, is our Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Very fluid, very emotional, and it's very much affected by the moon energy. So just be aware of that. Be aware that until that time, until that Mercury goes retrograde, your emotions can be going a little bit up and down. But, and I do like this, the page is the one that he or she wants to get out there and just start new stuff. And it could be, so this could be, since this is the water energy, this is about emotional energy, this is about, this is putting in more of that, okay, with relationships, and again, that's work, personal or family. It's like there could be some eagerness to really establish, to really work in that new relationship or work towards that relationship. So the Page of Water is intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life, and that could be, like I said, one of those three. A relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. And again, too, for my Leos, this is going to be a real clearing. So please, keep the secrets to a minimum, keep them to a minimum, because there's going to be a clearing of the air. Next card, and again reversed, is the Four of Earth. So here's our Virgo energy, our Taurus energy, our Capricorn money energy, very solid energy. And this is about putting away some money, getting some money to come in. This is about, okay, this is being too frivolous or too cautious with money. Good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. I feel like this is, This is like you want to put the money, so you're getting the money and you want, it's kind of being that miser, which isn't a bad thing, but it could be that, but it's like, okay, no, we can't spend this money. This money needs to be in the bank, but here's a bill. Here's a bill. Okay, got to pay the bill. Got to pay the bill. Got to pay the bill. No, I want to keep the money in, but I still have to pay the bills. Okay, so that's the type of energy, and I think that's going to be more towards that first piece. That still, while Mercury is, is reestablishing itself, getting its energy back into a better place. So what that, I think it's like you want to say, no, I don't want to spend the money. I can't spend this money. I don't have the money to spend. And yet at the same time, it's like, I got to spend the money. Here's my credit card. Here's my credit card. So I don't think you're going to like it too much with money per se, but it doesn't mean that you're not getting money in. It's just that your expenses may be a little bit more so. But I do feel that that's more in that 14-day period as retrograde, reestablishes itself. Okay? Next card, and this is reversed again, all three were the Queen of Air. So it's interesting, we do not have any of our fire energy here, but air is our Gemini, our Libra, and our Aquarius energy. And remember that full moon that we talked about is the 15th. So this is about dreaming and dreaming big. So as that first part of that month might be a little stressful with money, might be a little bit, like how do I pay my bills with money? It's really, things are going to start. I really feel that things are going to solidify, like we talked about. Things are going to be put into their place come that 15th going through that 23rd. It's going to be a really great, what would that be, 8 days? A great 8 days for you. And then you'll just ride out that with Virgo towards the end of August. So this is independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. Objective decision making, clearing away that all that no longer serves you and seeing the humor in a situation. So while I see, like I said, I see movement. Actually, this page of water is, it's like this movement with your career, your relationship, personal, family, whatever it is. There's movement going on with this August, and I feel like that's going to be more up to that Virgo time. And then it gets more, you are in a more stable place, okay, as Virgo comes into play. So you're doing all your work now, you're doing what you have to do, and it then calms down for you. And in some ways you're like, oh, couldn't this have calmed down around my birthday? I would have liked to have had this calmness with my birthday. Sorry, it's not quite there, but it is coming, and it's going to be really a good, this has been a good lesson for you. I hate lessons, I really do, but this has been a really good lesson for the Leos. This has been, just really where you've been trying to figure out where your place in this universe is. And it's coming. It is coming. You will have a better chance of seeing it, like I said, that 15th through that 23rd. But it's all working towards you anyway. It's all working towards you. Okay, so my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. Let's see what we have here. The first card, this is the one that jumped out. It's basically telling you, just have a little more patience. Have a little more patience. Just take some time. We all want it now. We're very much into immediate gratification, and especially Leos, we have such exuberance. We have such, get up and get it done energy. Just have patience. All of the energies with the universe, they're putting things into place for you. Those first 2 weeks may be a little bit chaotic, but it's all coming into place. So please have some patience. Next card. Okay. Reversed. This is your solar plexus chakra. This is about, your identity, who you are now. It's not necessarily about, how you grew up, though how you grew up does put into who you are now. But this is that piece that is, it's really, this is about your identity. So what is your identity? This is what I'm picking up from this card. Let's put it that way. What is your identity? Is your identity work? Is your identity family? Is your identity as part of a relationship? What is your identity? This is about you, finding who you are. This is also, I talked about in the longer piece about, looking at your destiny. What is your purpose? What are you supposed to be doing? What aren't you doing? So this is all about that. So these first 2 weeks, I think, are going to be, while they're going to be churning a little bit, it's really going to make you figure out what it is you want to do, what it is where you want to be, so that you can then, you can reestablish that. It's like, and I feel that this is kind of a reestablishing of an identity. It's not necessarily reestablishing an old identity. It could be a new identity, but it is so maybe I should say it's establishing. Yes, let's say establishing. It's establishing who you are and where you fit. It's like, when we were just saying, where do I fit? This is that time. So August is going to be really good for you to figure that out and find that out. Use this energy. It's going to be a calmer energy than it was in July. So use this to work with that now. Okay, last card. Okay. Emotional loss. And here we have a 5. So what does all this mean? This is to me, fives are changes. Fives are about, moving on either way. It could be positive, it could be negative. This, though, when we're talking about emotional loss, it's about putting things, again, when I talk about establishing your identity there and having patience, and the other, the 4 of Earth, where I'm talking about, too much money going out and you feeling like not enough money coming in, that there's an unbalance with that. So there's going to be that anxiety and there's stress, but it comes to a point, I really feel that there's going to be this point of, and this can be very hard for my Leos, but there comes a point of surrendering, okay? It's like, okay, you know what? I've tried to do everything I can do. I've tried to, to fit the pieces. I've tried to be the good guy, the good girl, the good gal, whoever. I've tried to do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. So this could be a really strong, this is, a strong month for, and, probably around that 14th, 15th. This could be a very strong month where you just actually come and say, you know what, somebody else has to do this for me. I can't do this. And this could be that time that you go and talk, the higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, divine, and you just give it up and say, you know what, you're going to have to help me. You're going to have to drive the car now. I can't do it for a while. It's okay. It's okay to come to that point. It really is. It's hard. It is hard, but it's okay, because with that, when you do give that up, when you do say, I can't do it, there comes some peace. There comes some acceptance. There comes this place of, you know what? I've been through the war. And I made it out. I made it out alive. I'm bruised, I'm battered, but I still made it out alive, and there's a lot to be grateful for. So yeah, even though it's kind of like, oh, but I don't want to go through some emotional loss, it's part of life. We all have to do this. It's not, it's not saying that this month of August is going to be this horrible month. No. Actually, this month of August will be a really good a good month for us, for Leos. It will. It's just that it's going to be kind of rocky on those first 2 weeks, because we need to figure out what it is, or we need to just, connect however we do this with what our future is going to be, because we're going back and forth, and new job, old job, new job, old job. We're just, we've been, we have felt with, this Uranus in Taurus, things are changing. Sometimes we feel like that ping pong ball between the two hard paddles. And this is where we just kind of throw up our hands and say, enough is enough. I give up. So and then that's okay, because I feel that that second half of the month, once Aquarius full moon, that's like saying, yeah, okay, yeah, now I know why I've gone through what I've gone through. Now I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, all of a sudden it becomes clear. Okay? So please, 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 when you see that, don't think necessarily that this is, that this is totally, it's painful. I'm not going to say it's not. And it's hard sometimes to go through. But don't think that it's not something that, that it's like, that something better isn't, something better is right around that corner. I truly, truly believe that. And it comes down to, there is a lot of pride. Leos have pride, and pride isn't a bad thing, because pride, pride in our work, pride in our appearance, pride in how we treat other people. Those are good traits. But it also is that, it comes down to saying, I need some help. I need some help. Those first 2 weeks of August can be a little bit like that, but the rest of the 2 weeks will be like, okay, now I know why I had to go through things. Now, okay, the Osho Zen Tarot cards for any final words of advice. So let's see what we have here. Okay, letting go. Okay, so, those 2 weeks, those first 2 weeks in August, use them to let go. I mean, now we're going from that new moon to the full, and that's where we actually start requesting. Well, instead of letting go, where it's more the relinquishing. But I think that there is letting go of who we think we are, who we think that what our place is, because it's like, we may be holding ourselves back by keeping this thought of who we are in our minds, that we may not see the possibilities that are out there. Okay? So let's see our next card. Abundance. Abundance. This is, letting go. And again, abundance. This is also, to me, this is, having color, having good things, having, being accepting of them. Also, very relaxed. Again, I feel this is more towards our end of August, that it's like things come together, things gel. So, whereas this one reminds you to have patience, this one, let go. This one is saying, it's coming, it's coming. And I do feel that we're going to have some major changes towards, again, that, after that Aquarian full moon. Okay, last card. Trust. Okay, trust. Trust that higher power, guardian angel, spirit guides, voice of the universe, the divine, whoever that is to you. But this is trusting in something greater than you. Trusting that things will put together. Because without this trust, without this letting go, without this change, it's like a change in who you think you are. I've talked about my past a little bit. I'm a registered nurse. I was also very much into business and, the business of nursing. And, that was my identity. And now it's not. And I had to let go, and I had to receive, because abundance is also about receiving, and I had to trust. Okay? So my Leos, I hope you can understand that message. Part of the month will be a little bit rocky, will be a little bit about finances. The other half, though, says, hey, it's going to come in. It's going to come in. Okay? Okay. So my Leos, as always, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.